Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new video on my channel. I hope y'all are doing fine. I hope y'all are doing alright. So today we are going to learn some letters again. We are going to learn an alphabet. And I already made such a video for the Arabic alphabet. And today we are going to learn the Russian alphabet. So in Russian, it's actually not really the Russian alphabet, it's the Cyrillic alphabet. But I think there are certain letters in the Russian alphabet, that aren't used in other languages. So as an example, in Bulgarian also uses the Cyrillic alphabet, the Cyrillic letters, but I don't know if they also have like the soft sign and the hard sign and these kind of signs. So there are still differences between the different Slavic languages that use this alphabet, that use these letters. And so today we are only going to talk about the Russian alphabet. So let's get started. Alright, so the first letter we have is the A. A, and this is just like in English. Like it's written the same. These are the print versions and these are the cursive letters, so the handwriting font. And in fact, if you would like to write in Russian, you probably will eventually end up using the cursive letters, because this is how people write usually. Like maybe not exactly like this, like always exactly like how they learned in school. Like later on they will kind of develop their own unique handwriting, but still Russian is written in the cursive letters and no one really writes in the block letters. And so yeah, this is the A, and this is like the A in English, but it's pronounced like an open A, like not like A, but really A, like an A sound. So this is A. So A, like in the word car as an example, or yeah, as an example in the word car, A, just an A. Now we have the B. B is a B, B, and it's not written like in English. This would be the B, but B is written like this, and this is the small form. This is always the uppercase letter, and this is the lowercase letter, and here the same in the cursive versions. So this is the B sound, and it's like in, I don't know, begin. As an example, to begin, or bat, the animal bat as an example. So this is the be, and here these two look exactly like the cursive letters in the Latin alphabet, but these two aren't letters that you will have in the Latin cursive alphabet, but they look really similar to the block letters, so I think you can recognize them if it's written in the cursive font, if something is written in the cursive font. So this is B. Now we have V, and V is written like a B, and also in the lowercase version it's written like a B. And the cursive versions again look really similar to the block letters, and the whole letter looks like a B in the Latin alphabet, but it's a V, so it's like a V in English. So like a V in van as an example. V. Then we have the G, yeah. And this again, in the block letters it looks exactly the same, just a bit smaller. And the cursive letters again, like it doesn't look exactly like the block letters. But if you learn this, this is also not hard to recognize in a word, even in a cursive font. And G is like a G, and you pronounce it as in go. A G as in go, pronounced as in go, G. Now we have the D, and this is, yeah, a really characteristic letter for Russian, I feel like a lot of people, when they see this letter, they think about Russian, I feel like. And again, the letter looks exactly the same, like no matter if it's lower or uppercase, but it is a bit smaller. And then in the cursive font, it looks like a D, and it's there, so it is the D sound, like in English, like in the word dog as an example, and it is written like a D in the cursive font. But when it's a lowercase letter in the cursive font, it's written like a G in the Latin alphabet cursive font, but it's still a D, so this is a D and this is also a D. These are the cursive versions. But for now, if it's your first time learning the Russian alphabet, you should only remember these versions, because you can still learn the cursive letters later on. So now we have the ye, and this is an E sound, like it's a E, but it's pronounced like yeah in yet as an example. So I would really say it's, yeah, you pronounce it like this, yeah, like in yet, yeah. But it looks like the E in the Latin alphabet, but it's pronounced yeah. So also here in the cursive forms, it looks exactly like the Latin alphabet cursive forms, and also the block letters look like in the Latin alphabet. And it kind of is like a E, but it's yeah, it's pronounced yeah. Now we have the yo, and the yo is just like the yeah, but with 2 dots on top. And yeah, it's yo, and it's yo. Maybe you can write it like this, yo. So yeah and yo, yeah and yo. And then we have the je. I have no idea how I could write the. So this is the. So these are the block letters, again looking the same, but the lowercase one is a bit smaller, and these are the cursive versions. And the je is like, I think you can write it like ZH maybe, and it's like in the word beige as an example, the G in beige, je, beige. Then we have sehr. Then we have sehr. Again, both versions, like upper and lowercase, look the same. and also almost the same in the cursive, but it has a line like this. And the Z is like an S or a Z. Yeah, it's more like a Z. It's like a Z in zoo. A Z as in zoo. Z. And then we have the E. And the E is like an I in English. Or like a Y. E. As in C as an example. I see, C, E. Again, both versions look the same, but the lowercase letter is a bit smaller. And in the cursive they also, like, you can kind of recognize it. Like, you still need to learn the cursive letters and the cursive alphabet. It doesn't automatically all make sense, but it's still kind of recognizable, you know, the letters, like why they look like they do. But as I said, first of all, it's enough if you just remember these versions. I'm also going to repeat all of this again, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about both versions, like the block letters and the cursive letters, because like this, no matter how much you already know of the alphabet, you can always learn something in this video. So this is the E. Now we have the I kratkaya. And this is again like an I sound or a Y sound, but more like a double I and a double Y. So like this, or like this, like in boy as an example. At the end, this boy, this E, roundabout, I kratkaya. And then we have the ka. And also the I kratkaya looks also the same, like both versions. The uppercase form and the lowercase form. And the ka again, both versions look the same, but the lowercase letters slightly smaller. And also in the cursive alphabet it looks the same, and it's like a K. And yeah, this is a really simple letter, it's simply like a K. I feel like this pen is really thick today. Like a K. Like a K in kitten as an example, or like a C in English, like in cat. Like it can also be a C, just this K sound. Ka, ka. Then we have the L, L. And the L looks again the same, but the lowercase letter is smaller. And also in the cursive font you can kind of recognize the letter. And L is like an L. So like in love, light, long, whatsoever. Just a regular L sound. L. And then we have M. M. M again looks the same. Like both versions look the same, but the lowercase letter is smaller than the uppercase letter. And also the cursive letters look quite similar, but you can't write like the... When I went to school and I learned the Latin cursive alphabet, I don't know if this is the same for all the languages that use the Latin alphabet, but we learned the small m like this in the cursive letter, like the cursive letter, and also in general the small m is like this when you write, but this is not the small m in Russian. This is the small t, so you can't write it like this. Don't write it like this, but really write it like this. So really like this. That's really important because otherwise it looks like a T. But M is basically an M, and it is an M as in move, mat, month, whatsoever, just an M sound. And then we have the N, and the N is again just like in English an N sound. So as in no, night, and so on, but it looks like an H, but it is an N. It looks like an H, but it's an N. And again, both versions of the letter look the same, but the lowercase letter is a bit smaller. And also the cursive letters, like at least this one, is written like the cursive H in the Latin alphabet, but it is still an N sound. And this is the smaller cursive font, N. So this is N. Then we have O, and O is again a really simple letter. It's written always the same, but the lowercase letter is a bit smaller. And the same goes for the cursive font. The cursive font looks just like the block letters. So all of these look basically the same. And it's also just like in English, it's an O, as in bore, boredom as an example, when you are bored, boring, bone, yeah, an O sound. But if it's unstressed, it can also be pronounced kind of like an A in certain words. As an example, пожалуйста, you write it like пожалуйста, literally, but so пожалуйста means please, but it's still пожалуйста and not пожалуйста, it's пожалуйста. So it can sometimes also be pronounced like an A, or actually quite often also when you say she, that's Anna, but it's not written like Anna with two A's, but it's written like Ona, literally. So you write it like this. So it's written like this, but it's not pronounced Ona, but Anna. Anna, she. Now we have the P. The P is a P. And again, you see this is the same as this, but a bit lower. And also in the cursive font, it looks kind of the same. But as you can already see, this is not a P, this is not the P, but this is the P sound. P, as in put, pot, whatever. And as I said, this is not the P, this is the R, and the R is rolled, but I can't do this when I'm speaking in a soft voice, when I'm speaking really quietly. When I'm almost whispering, I can't really roll my R's, but it's R, and this looks like a P, but it's an R, but it's a rolled R. So yeah, you could say it's an R like in run, room, and so on, but it's rolled, so it's not exactly the same. And again, you see that the cursive letters look kind of just like the block letters, and they look the same as the P letters in the cursive Latin alphabet, but it's still an R, it's still the R sound. Now this looks like a C, but it's an S. And again, all forms look kind of the same, but the lowercase letters are slightly smaller. This is an S. S as in same, Sam, soft. Now we have the te. This is a T, and again both letters look the same, but the lowercase one is slightly smaller. And now this is what I talked about. This is the lowercase cursive te, but it looks like an M, but it's a T. And this is the uppercase cursive one. So te is a T, and yeah, it's a T as in tea, tap, top, and so on. And then we have the U. This looks like a Y, but it's an U. So a U. As in, maybe as in boot. And again both forms look the same, but the lowercase one is slightly smaller, and here the same. The lowercase one always goes a bit more downwards, also here, but it's written like a Y, also in the cursive forms, but it's an U. And then we have F. F is an F sound. Like, it kind of looks somehow similar, like the cursive versions and the block letters, but also not really similar. Like, there are slight differences. You will have to learn this. But yeah, again, it looks the same, both versions, but the lowercase letter is slightly smaller. F, and F is an F. F. F as in far, forward, float, and so on, a regular F sound. And then we have the cha. This looks like an X. It's also written like this, or kind of like this in the cursive letters. Cha. And again, both forms look the same, but the lowercase one is slightly smaller. And cha, yeah, it's kind of like CH, or more KH. I would say KH, because we also have another letter that I would say it's like CH. It's like KH. Cha. Cha as in, yeah, in English there is not really a sound like that. In German, as an example, if you say Bach, Bach means a small river, something like this. Or as in Loch, the Scottish word Loch, as in Loch Ness, Loch. So cha. And then we have tse. Again, both letters look the same, but the lowercase one is slightly smaller. And also in the cursive forms you can see the similarities. Tse is as in bits, as an example. Tse, I would write it like this. Tse. So it's not really, it looks kind of like, I always thought it's kind of like a Z, but this letter is more like a Z. The Z is more like a Z, this one. And tse is more like a TS. Tse. And then we have chair. And chair. Again, both forms look the same, but the lowercase letter is smaller. And also here you see, you see that this is supposed to be this letter. And chair is like CH, chair, as in ship, as an example, ship, so the computer ship, not as in ship, not ship, the ship where you can drive on the sea, where you can travel on the sea. With one you can travel on the sea, but chip, like the chip in a computer, chair. And then we have sha. Sha. Sha is a sh sound. Sh, as in shut, as an example. Sha. And it kind of, you again can see why the cursive forms look like this. And again, the lowercase letter looks like the uppercase letter, but is slightly smaller. Sha. And then we have xia. So this is more sha, and this is xia. This is a bit softer. So it's again sh, but it's more like in sheep, as an example, and not as in shut, not sha, but sha. A bit softer. I can write this. A bit softer, and it looks exactly like the sha, but it has this tiny line added to it. And yeah, again you see the similarities between these two versions, and also the lowercase letter looks like the uppercase letter, but again it's just a bit smaller. So now we have the heart sign. The heart sign, tvirdi znak. Tvirdi znak. The heart sign, and this basically means that the letter before this sign is a hard letter, so to say. The letter is harder pronounced. And later on we also have the soft sign. This is the soft sign. They both kind of look the same, but the hard sign has a small line on top of it. And the soft sign, it's the same situation. And with the soft sign, it's the same situation. The letter before the sign is soft. But first of all, we have the U. U. U is, again, you see, kind of like how the cursive form is similar to the block letter form. And this is one letter. So, although you see that these two are not connected in the block letter font, this is one letter. This always comes together, like you don't see, like if you only see this is the soft sign, but if you see this combination, this is the U. And this is also, like, this can't stand at the beginning of a word. So we only have the lowercase form and not an uppercase form. And the U is like an I sound, like I, like a really high I sound, as in ill, as an example. Ill, like I, a really high I, and yeah. Then we have the soft sign, as I already said. The soft sign, miękki znak, and the soft sign looks like the hard sign, but the hard sign has this small line over here attached to it, and the soft sign no extra line at all. So the letter before the soft sign is a soft letter, so it's pronounced soft. And then we have the e, and the e is like an e, like in pet as an example. Pet, so this is actually more like an sound. So this is the and this is the yeah. This one. Yeah and and is again, like, all of the forms look the same, but the smaller, like the lowercase letters, are slightly smaller. And now we have the U. The U. Again, both forms look the same, but the lowercase letter is slightly smaller. And also the cursive forms, you can kind of see the similarity. U and U. It's like an U as in university as an example. Yeah, like as in university, university. So now we have the last letter, the ya. Ya. And the ya is, yeah, like in yard as an example, ya. And again, both forms of the letter look the same, but the lowercase form is slightly smaller. And also in the cursive alphabet, also the cursive forms look kind of the same, like the block letters. So yeah. And then that's already it. That's the whole alphabet. And now we are going to repeat it again. So this is the A. 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 This is the B. B. A B. A B. This is the V. 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 This is the G. G. A G as in go. D. D. A D. Yeah. Yeah. An E. Yeah. Your. The same letter but with 2 dots on top. Your. Je. 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 Je, as in, what did I say? As in beige. Je. Ze. Ze. Like a Z in zoo. E. Karatkaya. Looks the same but with this line on top. And then we have Ka. K, L, L, as in L, L, M, an M, N, N, O, O, or sometimes also A, pronounced like an A, P, P, a P, R, R, an R, a rolled R, S, T, a T, T, U, 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 F, F, an F, H, H, C, C, Ć, Ć, Sz, Sz, Cia, Cia, the heart sign, Ö, the soft sign, E, like an E, 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 U, U, and Ja. Alright, that's the whole Russian alphabet. So I hope you could learn something today. I hope I could teach you something. And yeah, a little disclaimer, actually I should have said that in the beginning, but I am not a native speaker in Russian, so my pronunciation is not always exactly on point, but I've been learning Russian for some years now, so I think I kind of know at least a bit. So I hope you could learn something today, and I hope you liked the video, and if you did, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a like. And if you didn't like it, feel free to let me know why in the comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching until now if you're still watching. Of course, I hope you've already fallen asleep by now. And see you in the next video. Alright, bye.